Namaste everybody. Thank you for joining our yoga practice this evening. Please remember before you begin your yoga practice that we take into consideration that when you're practicing yoga, you are manipulating your body so injuries can happen. So I always like to think of it like this, that when you're practicing yoga, you should come out of your comfort zone into the stretch zone, and that is where we want to be, in the stretch zone. When we kind of start to get into areas which are beyond the stretch zone, which I call the panic zone, then this is somewhere that you need to start reining back in and start coming back so that you're in a stretching position that you feel that you can come out of. Sometimes when you're doing yoga, you are stretching your body and you can learn to challenge your body, but we shouldn't over endeavor and try to get into a position where we feel that we can't return. That should only be challenged in that way when you're in the presence of a yoga teacher in real life. Otherwise, generally speaking, you will find that you can have quite a good yoga practice if you just follow along as we normally do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to lie down on our yoga mat, and we're going to start wriggling the fingers and wriggling the toes. So I'm just going to come into this now with you all. Bring the feet to the corners of the mat, palms facing each other, and then you can pull your shoulders down so it makes your back flat against the yoga mat, and then just wriggling the toes and wriggling the fingers here. And as you're wriggling your toes and you're wriggling your fingers, you're making that mind-body connection. And this really helps to prevent injuries. And then let's take the arms up towards the ceiling and make big circles with our feet and also big circles with our hands. Now, if you would like to have a relaxed yoga practice, you can just make big circles with your hands whilst they're open, big circles with your feet. So you should be really swirling around on your heel. And those of you who like a stronger yoga practice, you can make a fist with your hands and really engage the muscles and just really feel the tightening of the muscle inside your arm, all the muscles being engaged here. Let's go the other way as well. And then let's open up in a star shape on the yoga mat here. So stretching out here, pointing the toes, pushing the heels. You can also flex the wrists back as well. Push them in different directions so you get a nice stretch inside your arms and inside your legs here. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale all the way. If you want to, you could use the Ujjayi breath. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly bring the knees to the chest here, hug the knees. And we want to try and bring the tailbone up off the floor here, spreading the toes and pointing the toes. So you can spread and point the toes. Now we want to try and get the tailbone up. You might want to do a little wriggle from side to side, rock from side to side to get the knees closer to the chest here. And then spread the toes, point the toes. And you can do different things as well, like paddling them back and forth here. And then slowly, just land the feet wide on the yoga mat. So bring the feet close to the body. Have the knees wide as you can, about shoulder width apart, which is roughly speaking towards the edge of the mat here. I'm going to open up the arms in a cactus shape here and then drop the knees to one side. Turn the head in the opposite direction to get a stretch inside the spine here. And then you're just doing that with the rhythm of your own breathing, turning from side to side. Drop the knees. So your feet and your knees should not be touching each other. You can feel the head being heavy and pressing against the mat. And also notice how it feels as your hips press against the mat as you turn and you twist here. And it just gives you a nice stretch inside your back and also inside your leg as well. Okay, let's join the feet together and bring the knees together. You want to keep the knees joined together. Naturally, as you drop your knees down to one side, one foot is going to stack up on the other one. It's going to get you a deeper stretch inside your spine as you're twisting. Breathing and twisting here. And this is really amazing on the spine. Gives you a really lovely stretch inside the spine here as you're moving from side to side. And then maybe we can lift the feet up off the mat here and then drop them down to one side here. That gives you another stretch inside your spine here. You might hear a few clicks and a few naturally happens as you're twisting. And your head is again in the opposite direction. And then we're going to kick the leg out, the top leg. So lengthen the top leg as you push out. Slowly come back. And drop the knees to the other side. And kick the leg out here. Twisting here. Nice stretch. And twist. And again, you can have the head twisting in the opposite direction to your leg as well. Good. Slowly just bring the knees to the chest again. Hug the knees. Spread the toes. Point the toes. And then we want to bring the head to the knees. Make yourself into a tiny ball here. And then let's rock on the spine here. Back and forth. Massaging the spine. Now, if this isn't in the ambit of your movement, you can actually rock from side to side. But remember, if you are going to be rocking from side to side, use your hands to help you to press up into a comfortable seated position. It's a little bit windy out here today, so my mat is kind of collecting as we're practicing. Okay, let's pull the shoulders down. I'm just going to make big circles with our shoulders here. You can also circle over your knees here, but don't spend all your energy just circling over the knees. What you want to try and do is you want to try and have a nice movement inside your shoulder so that you've got big circles in your shoulder and it just starts to loosen up all those muscles there. Let's change, go the other way. And then just breathing at the same time, nice, long, deep inhalations and exhalations as well. And you can also close your eyes as you're doing the practice too. Okay, let's change across over the legs, keep the blood circulation flowing here. Inhale, breathing in as you come up, squeeze your belly. And exhale, hands come down. Let's do a few breaths here. And you're just going to look up at your hands as you bring them together, taking an inhalation in and exhale as you come down here. And then next time your arms come out, we're going to push the walls out with the hands here, so stretching out here. So just visualize that. You're pushing the walls out. Another visualization that you can have is that you're sitting in a bubble of light or fire, if you like to visualize that a little bit more like powerfully. Then turn the palms up, take a deep breath in and push out here. And then let's place the hands onto the shoulders here. And we're going to do big circles with our elbows here. So inhale as you come up and exhale as you come down. And you're just doing that with the rhythm of your own breathing here. Inhale coming up, exhale coming down here. Nice deep inhalation and exhalation. And this is really good for working the rotation inside the shoulders here as well. It's very important to get really good movement in your shoulder. And especially if you've got rounded shoulders, this exercise will help to exercise the delts, also gets into the pectoral muscles and into your trapezius muscles and your rhomboids as well. Okay, let's change, go the other way. And then inhale, elbows are going to come down. We're going to interlace the fingers above the head, interlace them, push up the arms here. I'm going to try and pull the shoulders down so we're not creeping the shoulders up towards the ears here. Take a deep breath in and exhale, twisting. So looking as far away as possible as we're twisting here. Keep breathing. And then we want to squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to come back to the center. Taking another deep breath in here. And exhale, twist to the other side. And that's right, when you come back to the center, you engage your core, you squeeze your bum, squeeze your belly, squeeze everything, squeeze, 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 and it'll feel nice and strong. You'll engage all the core muscles here, and slowly release. Let's bring both hands behind the back here, pull the shoulders back. I'm just going to drop the head back here. Take a deep inhalation, always through your nose, and exhale. Let's do one more. Expand the chest here and exhale all the way. And then slowly bring your head forward. Swim the arms forward here onto the knees. And then rounding both shoulders back so they're sitting up nice and tall here. Let's do Om 3 times together. So you might want to bring your thumb and your first finger together. Inhaling for Om together. Om. Okay, good. Let's inhale, both arms up, pull the shoulders down, bring one hand down, immediately down to the side here. We're just going to fold here, going to stretch all the way down the side of the body here as we're breathing. Nice long exhalations. Again, your head shouldn't be looking down, should be looking as far away as possible. So your heart is pointing forwards, so your head should also be pointing forwards. You can close your eyes if you want to. Use visualization here. Now when you come up again, you're going to squeeze your core, squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your belly, squeeze, 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 squeeze and engage your core to come up to 12 o'clock here. Change the arms here. Take another deep breath in. Inhale deeply and exhale, folding. Nice deep stretch. You feel that stretch all the way down your lats, down the side of your body, down your lats. Straighten my mat out here while I'm here, breathing and stretching here. Again, looking far away as possible. Then lengthen your arm, squeeze your belly, squeeze your core, slowly coming up to 12 o'clock here. And then slowly release your hands down. We're going to change across of the legs here. Grab the ankle in front here, drop the chest back, round the shoulders forward to get a stretch here in the rhomboids, and then thread the chest forward, pull the shoulders back. We're just rocking back and forth here on the spine, breathing, nice long, deep inhalation and exhalation as we're moving back and forth here. And then some of you may wish to circle the heart here. So put your hand on your knee here. I'm just going to make a circle with the heart here as you come back. Big circle. You can also choose to do a double movement here. So you do this by when you come back, you drop your chin down. As you come forward, roll it over the back of the neck and back forward again. Let's change, go the other way. Making the body very fluid here. This is very good for mobilizing the spine here. Giving it a different type of direction. And then slowly coming into the center here as well. But let's do a twist here. So inhale, bringing both arms up. Pull the shoulders down. Okay. And then interlacing the fingers, turn them up. We're going to twist here. We're going to grab the knee, the opposite hand. This hand is going to come close to the spine. And that's going to help us to elevate the body upwards. So we're sitting up nice and tall here. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, rather than forcing yourself around, you use your exhalation to help you to turn and twist to look behind you. And keep breathing and looking as far away as you can. And then you're going to squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your belly. Inhale, bring both arms up to 12 o'clock here. Again, squeeze your belly to come back to the center. Align to the other side, so grab the knee. Bring the hand behind you. We're not looking back yet. Lengthen your body up. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, twisting to look behind you. Squeeze your pelvic floor tight, squeeze your belly. Inhale, arms are going to come up here, squeezing them to come back to the center. This time we're going to bring the hand back, both of them, spread the fingers on the mat, remember. This time we're going to lift the hips up off the floor here, drop the head back here. Inhale deeply, and exhale. So you can drop your head back all the way. Inhale deeply, exhale. Releasing, you can make a noise as well, don't restrain yourself. So breathe in and exhale. Good. Slowly come back to the center here. We're going to come back lying down onto the yoga mat here one more time. And we're going to circle out the knees here. So we're going to lie down on the yoga mat here. And just to get some movement inside the hips here, pull the shoulders down, head straight, straightening both legs here. You take the right knee, place the hands either side of your body, and you're going to circle out the leg here, but you bend your knee as you bring it up. Lengthen as you come down. Big circles with your right leg. We're going to do about 10 on this side, so that's about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go the other way. This, you'll feel this inside your hips, your hip flexors, your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then just land the foot onto the yoga mat. Let's do the other leg here. So again, big circles. So 1, 2, 3. I'm circling inwards. It doesn't matter which way you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go the other way. Okay, so if you went the other way, as in you were circling outwards, then you circle inwards. Otherwise, as we're doing now, that's about 4 circles now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay. Now this is the next one, is going to be a little bit core strengthening. So if you want to, you can place your hands on your belly. I would put them down the side of the body. And if you find it really difficult, you can also place feet on the mat, lift your hips up, place your hands under your hips, and then reset here to help you to just support the back as you're making those circular movements with your legs here. So we're doing both legs, and I call these frog's legs. So big, wide movements. Bring the knees to the chest, big circle, squeeze your belly, heels hovering off the floor here, and just big circles. And you'll notice that this will start engaging all the core muscles here. This is very, very important for helping you to support your upright position. Of course, if you like it even stronger, you can bring your hands up above your head. And you'll probably start to feel the warmth inside your hips here. Let's change, go the other way. Push the heel, big circles with your legs here. Three, 4, 5. I'm counting, but you don't have to count. Do as many as you can. If you need to break in between, absolutely fine. Okay, let's just stop here. So bring the feet to the corners of the mat. Wag the feet in and out. Just get a big movement here. Wag the feet in and out, like a dog wags his tail. Both feet in and out, in and out. And it just gets right into the hip and just removes the buildup of lactic acid inside the legs. Okay, good. Again, bring the knees to the chest, rocking back and forth on the spine. And let's rock up into a seated position. Good. Okay, let's come into, sip water. Take a sip of water here. And I'll just check in with you guys. Okay? How you doing? You doing good? Good. Okay, shall we carry on? Everybody happy? Excellent. Okay, so let's come into Baddha Konasana. So we're going to bring our feet together and we're going to butterfly the hips here. Okay, so butterflying the legs, okay, up and down. We're just warming up the legs here. Okay, you can't really do this so much so sitting on a yoga brick. So you'd have to come off a brick if you were sitting on one earlier. And just try to draw the knees down towards the floor, okay? So you might want to try and bring the feet together and just naturally just try to pull the knees down as much as you can, okay? Don't worry about if you can reach them to the floor yet or not, okay? And then what we're going to do is, remember, we're not curling forward, we're folding forward. So back straight, pull the shoulders down, and then folding from the hips. Breathing, pull the shoulders down, breathing and getting a stretch inside your legs. Then you can use the elbows to push down. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, you can use that Ujjayi breath as you're exhaling, folding forward. You'll notice you'll start to get closer and closer towards the floor. Good. Keep breathing. You might challenge it a little bit, and then slowly, very slowly, start coming up here. Whilst we're here, we're going to massage the feet here. Get into them. Get into the base of your toes here. Press into them, pressing into each toe as well. Releasing stress that's built up. And apparently all your feet have connections to all parts of your body, acupressure points, and just massaging them and pressing them can help to energize all parts of your body. And it's a habit that you can make regularly, is to just massage the feet, especially if they've been in shoes all day long. Okay, bring them close again. Again, you can butterfly a little bit to pull them down. You're going to swim one hand behind, spread the fingers, the other hand behind, spread the fingers, and again, we're going to lift up the hips here now. Drop the head back, nice inhalation. Good, and then slowly, slowly coming back. We're going to bring both legs forward here, knees together, straightening the legs out. Okay, now I'm going to turn here on the yoga mat so that you can get a side profile of the practice, so you can see me. And then here, okay, we're going to practice our forward fold. Now, naturally, on some days you're going to be tighter than you are on other days, especially if you do weight training like I do. Muscles get tighter when you're doing yoga weight training. So yoga will help really to stretch them out. So sitting in an L sit, toes pointing upwards, interlace the fingers, and you're going to rock it up. And then you're going to lift the chest and fold forward. If you can grab your big toes with your two fingers from the inside, press with the big thumbs on top, elbows pointing down. You're going to exhale and look towards your knee. Okay. Other option, if you can't fold like this, simply have your hands sliding under your legs, calf muscles, straighten the spine. Inhale, exhale. Fold forward. Do it one more time. Exhale. Remember, elbows pointing downwards. You'll notice I'm starting to come closer and closer to the floor as I'm folding forward. Same thing can be achieved. Challenge it. Now lengthen your arms, squeeze your belly, slowly come up. We're going to swim one hand behind, spread the fingers, the other hand behind. And you've got two options here. Either you're going to spread your fingers and come into Purvatasana, or you're going to come into reverse tabletop. So Purvatasana is the reverse plank. So you're going to roll over your heels here, bring the feet to the floor here. We'll slowly come back. So you can stay there for a few breaths, try that again. Those of you who want to try something different, you can place your feet onto the yoga mat flat, lift the hips up, drop the head back. And again, you might try different things with your hands. Some people like the hands pointing back. Some people like them having pointing forwards. And then pressing up. It gives us slightly different kind of stretch inside the arms here. So you can try either one of those. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to turn just so that you can see me. Come into this position, so you bring one leg in front, one leg just resting on the floor here. We're going to come into Kronchasana. Spread, interlace the fingers, spread them, and then interlace the fingers, and then lengthen up here with the foot, and elbows pointing down here. And you should feel a stretch inside your calf muscles as you're breathing. And you try and sit up as much as you can as well, and draw the knee towards your elbows pointing down. Keep breathing. And then slowly coming down also. Let's change over to the other side. So change over. And you're sitting this position. Interlace the fingers, spread the fingers, interlace them. And then place it over the foot here. And then under the foot. And then push the foot out, elbows pointing down. Breathing, nice stretch inside the leg here. Good. Nice. Lots of breathing. Okay. And then slowly come back and slowly come into cross-legged position. Roll the shoulders down. Let's come into a short pranayama practice before we go into more standing sequences and other asanas that we're going to practice. So let's come into alternative nostril breathing. Those of you who know how to do alternative nostril breathing, go ahead, do your breathing. Those of you who do not know, you are going to be using the thumb and some other fingers. Okay, it doesn't matter how at this stage, which fingers you use. You block one side, breathe in through the right nostril first. Use your thumb to block, breathe out. Inhale, back through the same nostril. Use the fingers to block and then breathe out the other side. Inhale. And exhale the other side. So to give you a visual understanding, you're going to breathe in through one nostril, breathe out through the other side, inhale back through the same nostril and the other side. So if you think of this inverted V shape, and the air is basically just flossing through your nose like this, and that's how you're doing your breathing. Okay, so this is known as alternative nostril breathing or Anulom Vilom Pranayama. So let's do that together. Some people like to put their hand underneath. Some people like to touch their forehead. These are all extra decorations. Different traditions do them differently. It's entirely up to you how you would like to do that practice. We're just doing the breathing together. Slowly release. And just keep your eyes closed here for a moment. Just enjoy that nice relaxing feeling inside the body. The mind just being able to rest very naturally when you do some breathing exercises. And then before we move into some physical asana practice, let's look right and left, right and left. Coming back to the center, let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Take the right hand over the head here and just get a gentle stretch here. Don't force it, just gentle stretch the side of the neck here as you're breathing here. Slowly release. I'm going to look right and left. Coming back to the center. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. The hand comes up over the head here. Nice deep stretch here, breathing and stretching. Good, slowly release. And then looking right, looking left. Come back to the center. Placing your hand onto the collarbone here, onto the clavicular bone here, and we're going to push the chin up towards the ceiling, to the sky in my case, and then push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Roll your eyes up to the back of your head, half close or fully close your eyes. Breathing through your nose. Get that nice stretch in the front of the neck here. And then slowly release your hands, straighten the back of your neck to keep your body nice and straight. I'm going to drop the chin down to the chest. Big circle, breathing in as you come up. Exhale as you come down. Once you've done two, let's go the other way. Again, you can visualize the sun rising in the sky and setting. And then slowly straightening up the head here. I'm kind of trying to avoid the microphone, so I may have not looked like I've done a full circle with my head. But you can make a full circle with your head here, obviously without the difficulty of having the microphone attached to your neck here. So interlace the fingers now, placing them behind the head here. You're going to get into the thoracic spine here, so opening up the shoulders, and then curling the head. Inhale, slowly coming up, and exhale, folding. And again, you're just doing that with the rhythm of your own breathing. Slowly come back to the center. Those of you like stronger, you can dip down to one side, but you have to keep your arm span nice and strong here. And squeeze your core as you're coming back to the center. So squeeze your belly really nice and tight as you're coming back to the center. Dipping down to one side. Really engaging the core here. And then let's lengthen up here. Breathing in. And exhale, slowly release. Let's get into some more stretching into the body here. So let's come into all fours onto the yoga mat here. So spread your fingers. And we're just going to do a few cat-cows with the spines. Push your spine up and drop the head. And then push the head up, tailbone up, drop the chest. You're just doing that again with the rhythm of your own breathing. Really spread the fingers on the yoga mat. We want to try and practice that spreading of the fingers here so that we can get an equal distribution of weight so that it's not too much pressure on the wrists. You can have your toes untucked or toes tucked. It really doesn't matter too much. And then let's walk the hands forward and just push the right foot back onto the yoga mat to get a stretch inside the calves here. And then let's go into tiger position. So this is known as a tiger posture. So the leg comes up, you point the toes up, and then you have to use your right hand here to balance because your right leg is up. Okay. And you take your left hand to grab the foot here. And just like we do in dancer position, we have to push the foot against the hand to tighten that arm so that we can get that nice balance. Spread the fingers, remember, engage the muscles here. Slowly release and come back here. We're going to do a few more cat-cows with the spine. And then let's move over to the left-hand side. So we're going to push the left toes into the mat here. Push the heel down, get a stretch in the back of the legs, and the calf especially. Okay, good. Keep breathing. Now we're going to take the left foot up. You can reposition the hand here as I try and find your balance. Take the right hand now, grab the foot, and come into tiger position here. Keep breathing. Hold the balance. Slowly release. And then you may wish to spread your knees apart here and just come into a rabbit or child's pose and just spread the arms in front. Drop the forehead to the mat, breathing here. Slowly bring the hands to your head here and press up. And we're going to come into Virasana, which means we're going to spread the feet and sink into the middle of come into the seat here. Now you might wish to use a yoga brick to help you with this, to sit on, if you can't come down all the way. And just breathing here. Use your hands to help you to slowly come back out. And then walk the hands forward. You can tuck the toes under, push back, sink into the hips and into your feet to get a stretch inside the toes here as well. And you might wish to spread the toes apart as well to get that stretch inside your toes here. And those of you who want to, you can walk your hands back and then slowly come up into a squat position here as well. Push the knees out, spread the feet, coming into a malasana here. Breathing, okay, and then slowly the hands come down. So walk the hands forwards, drop the knees down to the floor here. And then we're going to drop the hips down to the floor here. So spread the fingers at the top of the mat here, drop the hips. You can leave the feet apart this time. Pull the shoulders down, push the chin up. Get a stretch in the abs. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, roll the eyes up, shoulders down, away from the ears, elbows pointing back. And then again, sinking back again, coming into what we know as Vajrasana, which means we join the knees together and sit onto the heels here as well. The next asana we're going to do is going to be the camel posture. And I'm going to just tuck my t-shirt in. And then moving forward, different ways of coming into this. First thing you can do is to tuck the toes under. That gives you a little bit of height to grab onto the feet here. Now, not everybody can do this, so it means you can do one by one. There are two ways of coming into it. Either you sink, grab your ankles, and then slowly lift your hips, drop your head back, breathing, tongue to the roof of the mouth, rolling the eyes up to the back of the head, breathing through your nose. This is known as a chest, also known as a heart opener as well, okay? And slowly we're going to come up. And then there's another way of coming in, so you can either swim one hand behind, grab the ankle, the other hand behind, grab the ankle, and then coming into the camel posture here. And then slowly you can swim the arms forward. It's a little bit more advanced to have the feet untucked at the back here, because obviously the distance between grabbing the feet becomes a bit more wider. But you can decide what you want to do. Once you've tried that a couple of times, you may wish to come into child's pose again one more time. Slowly walking the hands back. Tuck the toes under. And then let's press the hands into the floor in front of us. We're going to come into a downward dog. So have your feet, so they're the same width as your hands. Bend the knees deeply. Bring your chest down all the way to your thighs. And then just straighten the legs to get a downward dog. Nice long exhalations here, breathing. And then slowly, slowly walk your feet all the way to your hands. Grab behind the ankles with your hands and elbows pointing back, folding forward. Use your exhalation here to help you to come forward. Bend the knees, squeeze your belly, press your hands into the floor. Inhale, come up. Palms come together just like you do in sun salutation. Hands come down. Roll the shoulders back here. And this is a good opportunity to sip some water. And I can also ask, how are you doing? Doing good so far? Everybody okay? Nobody died? Okay, good. Now, let's come into a few more stretches and then we'll do our guided meditation. So let's come onto the yoga mat. We're going to lie down on our spine, on our back. And we're going to have the knees pointing up, feet onto the yoga mat here. Let's bring one leg over. Take one hand, thread it through, grab the knee. This is my left knee that I'm grabbing. The right foot is folded over. And we're just going to bring the knees close to the chest here as we're breathing. Get a nice stretch inside the glutes here. Keep breathing. Slowly release. And let's change over to the other side. So I'm going to put the left leg over. The left foot goes over the knee. Thread the hand through. This is my left hand going through, right hand comes over the outside, and bring the knees to the chest here. Nice deep stretch here, breathing and stretching. Nice. Then take your fingers, 2 fingers, grab your toes from the insides of your leg. You're going to come into a wide stretch with the legs here. Nice wide stretch here, breathing and stretching out here. Again, nice long exhalations. Lots of nice long breathing. I'm going to bend the knees, bend the elbows. This comes into baby posture. And as you pull down, you can rock from side to side here. And then finally, you can come into a Shavasana, bringing the heels to the corners of the mat here. Pull the shoulders down, palms facing up, closing the eyes here. You may wish to put a crystal either on your forehead or on your heart or anywhere in your body where you require healing. And I'm just going to come up so that I can guide you through meditation. Otherwise, you're lying down in Shavasana and enjoying that Shavasana. Just allow, if there's any sounds around you, to just fade away. Coming into a nice, deep, steady breathing, relaxing the mind. Inhale deeply and exhale all the way. Relax your feet. Relax your legs. Your hips are relaxed. Relax your spine and your shoulders. Your arms are relaxed. Relax your neck. Relax your head. Your belly is relaxed. Relax your chest. Relax your heart. Your eyes are relaxed. Relax your brain. Relax your eyes. Close your eyes here. Breathing, inhale and exhale all the way. And we can visualize the sun on the peak of a snow-capped mountain. The rays of the sun are shining on your body. त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Inhale deeply and exhale all the way. And slowly bring your knees to your chest. Hug your knees. If you've got a busy day, then you can rock back and forth on your spine. If this is evening time for you, if you're going into rest and you're going to rest for the rest of the evening, then rock from side to side. That will help you to become more relaxed. And then slowly you can either press into the floor to help you to come up or rock up into a comfortable seated position. And slowly we're going to bring our palms to the center of the chest and Om together, taking a nice deep inhalation. And our closing mantra. Loka samastha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you everybody for joining yoga practice today. There are more yoga sequences and things that I have uploaded onto the YouTube channel. So please do take a look at those. We will be putting up more content onto the YouTube channel because more and more people are joining and wanting to practice yoga in different parts of the world also. And remember, if you have any questions or any comments, please, you can send them to me privately. I'll be happy to try and help you with your yoga journey. Thank you very much. Namaste.